Hello, hello. All right. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. All right. So I thought today was done, and then I was told to live stream again. I absolutely loved the Solarworks synergy. I love the Solarworks Synergistics live stream this morning, the podcast. It was amazing. If you haven't seen it yet, um, excuse me, my live streaming app was being a total bastardo. And wouldn't allow me to go live on Facebook, same time as YouTube. So, go look for it on YouTube. I'm just saying. So, all right, let's get started. Ooh. Oh my God. I'm not scared because we're redirecting this. Let's get started. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I was told is, are you ready to hear this? Mm-hmm. It was a profound conversation in the private, the exclusive chat over in the private area. So, if you were there, you were there. You know what I'm talking about. It was profound. Anywho, let me get the other cards. We're going to give the mermaid cards one more chance. Okay. One more chance. My shattered dreams and broken hearts are mending on the shelf. I saw you holding hands, standing close to someone else. Now I sit all alone, wishing home feeling was gone, trying to get over you. There's nothing for me to do but have one last cry. Sounds like someone's gonna need to have a cry. I'm just saying. I'm not excited about that. I promise. I'm not excited about making someone cry. I'm just saying. My shattered dreams and broken hearts are mending on the shelf. I saw Universal D sleeping on screen. Sleeping. I was like, hey, boo, you have something you want to say? He did not move. I was like, is he frozen? It was so cute. He took a nap. Frequency went so high. He went and took a nap on a Zoom call. Oh, guys, before I start, part of the reason why I wanted to come live, oh my God, you guys, I love you guys so much. So, a friend of mine, I had mentioned him earlier, Michael Zenbrooks, my boo cakes. He had a situation. It was an urgent situation. Oh, he's commenting. What you have to say, baby boo? Oh my God. He just wrote, I feel held. I haven't felt this way in a long time. Oh my God, my heart. So I had shared with you guys that he was kind of in a urgent, very sticky situation. And I was asking for help to raise $300 for him within the next 24 hours. And I've gotten his permission. he was short on rent. Um, it's just been a really rough time for him. His mom passed away, and they're very, very close. Um, and there's just been a lot that's been like one thing after another after another. And he has a job as a chef coming up. And in the meantime, he was trying to tide himself over with getting a job at a fast food restaurant just to make sure all his needs are met until his new job starts. And slight miscalculation, and he was short $300 for rent. And he messaged me a little while ago, and he's so over the moon happy. He wasn't expecting anyone to really be willing to help. He's accustomed to being the helper, and he's not accustomed to asking for help, much less receiving help. And I'm so very, very happy to share we've reached the 300. So he has enough for rent, and he very happily told me he also has just enough to cover his utility as well, his electric bill. So he's good to go. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. I want to share something with you guys. And I'm hoping in sharing this you guys will understand just how special this person is. He is just, gosh. So I asked him if I could help. And hold on. I want to make sure. So I told him I wanted to ask everyone for help so that I could help him. And this is what he sent.
I'm rolling my eyes at you. I knew you were going to say something like that. I don't know how to be that vulnerable, honey.
He didn't know how to let himself receive. He shows up every day and gives of himself, gives of his divinity. He didn't know how to receive. And just the thought of receiving, it was a lot. It was a lot for him. It was a lot. And I had to share that you guys helped me to learn. Sometimes we do have to be vulnerable. And I told him it's okay if you don't know how to be vulnerable because I know how. And I can ask. You know, I can ask. That's all we can do is ask. Just ask. And just trust that however it's meant to play out is how it will play out, whether we raise the full amount or not. It's the exercise of allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to be witnessed, allowing more aspects of you to be witnessed by the people who need to witness it. And Michael says there was another. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot, you know? It's a lot. It's an amazing thing to see firsthand how powerful our community is. This community right here, all of you, how powerful we are, how easily we can change someone's life. Some people might be, well, like, girl, it's only $300. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of evidence of how much you matter. And even if a stranger donates $1, that's someone you didn't know that is proving to you you matter. Even $1 is a lot. You know why? That's 100 points of you matter, you matter, you matter, you matter. See what I'm saying? It's a very beautiful thing. We are approaching this period where we are being positioned to allow ourselves to either transcend our current circumstance, whatever you are struggling through. You're being prepared to exit out of that cycle of struggle, but you have to be willing to receive the guidance on how to get out of it, to receive the hands that are being outstretched to help you up. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal. Very, very, very big deal. This receiving, the allowing of you to receive what is being offered to you, that's what will make or break this period for you. If you choose to break your connection to divinity because you're struggling with being vulnerable, because you are worried how people will receive you, because you feel like, oh, you'll figure a way out. I always do this. I'll figure a way out. There's other people who have it so much worse than me. How many of you say that all the time? How many of you find yourselves consistently saying that? No, it's okay. No. I don't need that. There's someone else who has it worse than me. Let them have it. Is there really someone else who has it worse than you? And I'm starting to see my perception is being shifted right now in this moment. I'm starting to see that when I used to say that, I wasn't realizing that even the people who had it worse than me financially, maybe socially, did not have it worse than me when it comes to my understanding of what I deserve and my refusal to receive. Because whenever I say, don't give it to me, give it to someone else who needs it more, there's someone out there who has it worse than me. I actually have my self worth at a level far worse than anyone else I know. Are you like that too? Do you struggle with your perception of yourself and your worth to the degree that you refuse to see how detrimental that refusal to accept actually is? I still struggle with accepting donations for myself. Um, and one of the things that I'm really coming to terms with, I think to myself, so what would I do with that money if I received it? Would I keep it? Would I buy myself something? A new purse? Would I don't, like get my nails done, get my hair done, day at the spa, because I deserve that. I'm just not that kind of person. Not that that's a bad kind of person. It's just not how I am. So what is so bad about me receiving that? Because I asked myself again, what would I do with that money if I receive it? I would take care of people. I would find people who need help with shelter. I would find people who need help with food, utility, whatever it is I can do to help. I would do it to help. I would accept it to help. So then why is it so bad for me to receive? Or is it not even bad for me to receive? Because really, in what I receive, it just further supports my ability to give. Is that how you are too? Are you a giver? Are you a lover? A lover to the degree that no matter how depleted you are, you will find a way to love. You will find some reserve tucked away somewhere. You will go through the cushions of your spiritual couch to find that change in order to be able to still give. So then why is it so bad for you to receive? There is no one who is better suited to receiving than someone who has no problem giving. Because when you allow yourself to have, so many other people have because of you. So many other people have because of you. So let yourself receive. Let yourself receive whatever support in whatever form is appropriate for you, whatever is being offered by creation. Allow yourself to really, truly receive. You're a broken cycle. You're a broken circuit if you don't allow yourself to receive an equal measure as you're giving. And it doesn't have to be that the person you give to has to pay you back. Because oftentimes when I give to people, I literally don't expect anything in return. And I usually don't get anything in return. That's not why I do it. I'm not even waiting for a thank you. I give because it feels like it's appropriate for me to do so. And so I do, and I carry on. Now, here's the thing. Creation is a cycle. Cycling out before it cycles back in, before it cycles back out, before it cycles back in. And it's not always the same energy that you are repaid with, right? It's not always, and it doesn't have to be, because we all come from the same source. We are not all the same, but we all are made of the same thing and have the same origins. That energy is for all of us. And what I found, the more I give, the more others, and it's not always the person I give to, but the more others are willing to also give to me, whether it's a kind word, which is profound for me. Okay. That's the equivalent of giving me like $1,000. That's just as valuable to me. Or a monetary gift or support or spreading the word about my work. As much as I give, I get back so much. So much. So how could I ever stop giving? It feels so good to have finally reached a place where the circuit is complete. I feel complete now because I'm no longer denying aspects of myself. I'm no longer partitioning the parts of me that need from the parts of me that give. I am a whole being, and I can give as easily as I will allow myself to receive. Yes, I do still have sobbing sessions about having to ask. I think that's something I will always struggle with, and that's okay. Because in that struggle, I'm being gifted with an opportunity to reach higher levels of a ripened submission to my own soul. It's okay. It's a part of my learning. It's a part of my growth. When I'm able to feel that deeply, I'm able to see the areas of resistance that still exist within me. I was telling my friend Michael that on my birthday, because I usually don't want anyone knowing it's my birthday. And on my birthday this year, I decided, well, I was told to. Miki told me to tell you guys that it was going to be my birthday. And if you really wanted to give me a gift, you can donate so that I can begin the first steps of forming the nonprofit. And it was, I don't know if you guys remember this or if you even watched that live stream. I was like sobbing. I couldn't get it out. I could, they were just words. They were literally just words, but they weren't to me. They weren't to me. They weren't just words. And I think part of what made it so difficult was that I knew if I set the call out, my people would answer. And I was still struggling with, girl, you know, you work. Just, it's going to take you longer, but you can earn all the money to do this yourself. Don't bother anyone with this. And it felt horrible. And here's the thing, did it feel horrible because I thought I was going to be a burden to you and inconvenience you? Or did it feel horrible because that was nothing but the veil over the root of what was really happening, where my struggle really was, which is what? Well, what if I ask for help and no one wants to help? Oh. Do I have the courage to allow myself to be that vulnerable? Or I'm presenting you my belly and my throat. And then comes this question of, are you my enemy? Why would I be afraid to expose my most vulnerable parts? What is so scary about that? And that fear is still there. A fear of rejection. It's been quite a few years that you guys haven't rejected me. Quite a few years that you guys have been very patient with my process. As I processed my grief, as I processed my attitude, as I processed my purpose, as I process all these different things, and you guys have not left. You guys have not judged me, you've not condemned me, none of that. And why am I sharing this? Because regardless of how you perceive me, I don't know, there's some rumor that I got my shit together and that I'm powerful or something. Powerful like a tornado made of chaotic fear? Am I a fear-based person? No. I wouldn't say I'm fear-based. I would say my level of fear is contingent on the gravity of my purpose. And when your purpose is that much elevated, then your fear will be as well. And not because you're afraid, but because I don't want to disappoint you. That was it. I didn't want to disappoint you. I didn't want to do all of this and allow myself to receive and things not go anywhere. And then have you feel as though I've lied to you somehow. But here's the thing, maybe I'm afraid that you'll see me as a liar because I consistently lie to myself about my purpose, about my value, about vulnerability, about how I'm seen, about all these different things. You know, the imposter syndrome is one hell of a bitch, I swear to God. Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. Because that's the very thing that further empowers me. That's the very thing that causes me to dive deeper into my truth, that allows me to hear with that much more clarity the gravity of you in my life and the gravity of me in yours. A cycle completed, a circuit that is left intact. We have an interconnectedness in this lifetime. We have an interconnectedness that allows for an interdependency. Together we work. We work together. And this is how we change the world. This is how we change our lives. By allowing ourselves to stand as a testament of truth for the people who have forgotten. Forgotten what? The reality that we're here for each other. We have the capacity to be, regardless of what society is trying to program us into believing. We have the capacity to not listen and be there for each other. We have the capacity to do that. We have the ableness to change each other's lives within a matter of hours. Within a matter of hours. We can do this. We have been doing this. The problem is we don't see it enough. It happens day in and day out. I'm not the only person that's like this. You are not the only people that's like this. What I mean by like this is understanding and accepting we have the capacity to come together as a people to help each other out. I am very happy to say I'm finding the old me rise back up. I am very happy to say, after everything I've been through in the past 3 years, that part of me didn't die. And the part of me, especially y'all from Facebook, and that part of me that was just so super soft and really just all I wanted to do was help. Just genuine, authentically help. No ulterior motive, no, using it for clout, no spreadsheets, none of that. Just it's between me and you. I want to help you. I want you to know you're loved. That me, she didn't die. She didn't die as I was baptized through my own fire. No. No. She was simply smelted, hammered by emotions, years of blow after blow after blow. And what became of her? She went from metal ore to a finely crafted sword. She's still the same. I'm still the same. But now, my purpose, my vision, my willingness to live my purpose, that cuts like a sword. It cuts right through bullshit like a hot knife through butter. I'm not ashamed of what I've been through in the past 3 years. I'm not ashamed of my attitude the past 3 years. I'm grateful. It cleansed my space of the people who were just there for the benefit, who were just there for what they could get, for how I could make them feel, the ways in which I could entertain them, for the entertainment, really, It's okay. Because I invited them to my show. It's okay. I needed to know who was simply there to witness and who was there to help me rise. And all of you showed me what I needed to see. The ones who were there to see the show and nothing more, they're long gone. Thankfully. They're long gone. Why do I say thankfully? It's not because of bitterness. It's actually a very different reason. Thankfully, they're long gone because that creates more space for people with like mind and like heart to stand beside me, to walk with me through my life's journey. to be present as I achieve more. And why are my achievements important? Because I achieve things for us, for our growth, for our consciousness expansion. And what achievements am I talking about? Well, people might think it would be like, oh, tax brackets, professional titles. No, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm a Capricorn. That's part of the Capricorn stuff. Who cares? The achievements I'm talking about are returning home to my vulnerability, finding my voice, not just finding my voice, but using it intentionally to heal, to deconstruct all the things that a voice was intended to do. I'm achieving profound things with my self-healing, my self-acceptance. These are the most important accomplishments a person could ever have. Who gives a shit about money? Who gives a shit about titles? These are achievements of a soul that volunteered to have a human experience, to better understand the gravity of the purpose of that soul. And do you understand what kind of an achievement it is to have a life as rough as I've had and to still be hell fucking bent on just loving people, on just helping and loving and making sure none of you ever feel the way I've been made to feel. And that if you find me only after you felt that I hope I can serve as proof, evidence that not only will you get through that, honey, that's the fire that turns you into a phoenix. It's going to be okay. There's a lot of us here. We're all okay. You will be too. Give yourself time. Process what happened. Give yourself the space and the love to begin healing. There's so many of us who've done this, and we're more than fine. In fact, we are so more than fine that we've created a community. I have never found another place online that makes me feel the way you guys make me feel. And what's that feeling? Like I'm home. I don't feel like I'm the odd one out anymore. I don't feel like I'm just being tolerated. I literally feel like I'm home. I feel the vibe of family on a much deeper level with all of you than I do with relatives. Isn't that crazy? And you're supposed to be strangers, right? Strangers to who? Definitely not to my heart or my soul. It's going to be okay. We're going to be more than fine. We're entering into a period of thriving. We are entering into a season of abundance. And when you can properly harvest this abundance, the season will tide you over through the whole entire year. We are in a season of abundant learning. What do you need to learn in this moment? What do you need to learn about yourself, about your connections? I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. A lot of my learning has to do with questioning my abilities, questioning my accuracy, questioning my intention, questioning everything about me, not doubting, but questioning, because you don't get the answers until you first ask the questions, right? Unless you're playing your life like a game of Jeopardy. That's one hell of a word. Jeopardy. Let's define that. So you play your life like a game of Jeopardy. So let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Define Jeopardy. Danger of loss, harm, or failure. So you want the answers before you ask the questions because you're playing a game of Jeopardy. And then you wonder why you're in danger of loss, harm, or failure. Yeah. Mm. Hmm. Okay. King of Pentacles. Business arrogance, powerful. Mm. You cannot approach your life in this manner. You cannot approach your life with a type of arrogance that will cause you to fail to realize the gravity of the lessons your life is presenting you. And I don't mean lessons as the word that carries the stigma that like you messed up and now here's the retribution. This is creation punishing you. It's teaching you a lesson. Remember, we live in a very convoluted world. Okay? We live in a very convoluted world. What do I mean by this? Well, let's look at parenting. I got hella kids. I got hella kids. Like literally, I have hella kids. And my thing is this: people who know me in real life, they always kind of like, um, they're kind of dumbfounded by my parenting because it's like, whoa, why are your kids so well behaved? Well, they're autonomous human beings and they haven't had a need to act up. Their needs are met. So why would they act up? Uh, I help them learn self regulation. Why would they act up? They're regulating themselves, right? And I've had people ask me about, discipline. How do I discipline my children? Well, first and foremost, discipline is a word that originally meant to teach. Teaching someone does not involve punishment. So people are thinking, well, if I don't spank my kid, that's peaceful parenting. I'll put them in timeout. But what are you teaching them? If you don't know, I'll tell you. You are teaching your child before they have a chance to form their sense of self that to be alone is to be punished, that being just by yourself is punishment. No, that's not. But Emmy, time out. We don't spank them. Isn't that enough? That's just as bad as spanking, except it's mental. So it's harder to pinpoint. That's what timeout does. It tells them, unless you do what I want you to do, I don't want you around me. 1 second. Let me go to Facebook to ban and report this person. I have zero tolerance for poaching ass bitches, okay? Start your own live stream and get your clients that way. Don't come here and try and piggyback off of the trust that I've earned. 1 second. Let me see. I'm reporting you for false information. Health. There you go. Big D's in your mouth is bad for your health. Oh, I do have your phone. They haven't called yet. Okay. Hold on. Let me find your other comment so I can report you more. No one wants to chat you for a reading. You shiesty ass. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let me let my petty out just a little bit. False information. Social issues. Oh, here's one more. I'm gonna report this too. Learn your lesson, bitch. I'm gonna fucking report every single one of your comments. Hate speech. No. Let's go back to false information. Politics. Yeah. Enjoy that. Let me look for more of your comments. Let me look for more of your comments. You're going to serve as my entertainment, okay? Hold the phone. Hold on. Let me report this final one. Terrorism. Your energy is shit, yo. Stop being a terror. La, 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 la. Bow to the bitches. Anywho. Okay. Here goes. Ooh, 8 of Cups. Money problems. Turning your back and walking away, knowing nothing more can be done. But it's in reverse. So it's this thing of like energy problems. I hope you're listening, aspiring. Although I banned you, I know you have the capacity to still hear. This card is directly for you. Let me show you how it's really done, okay? So that's you with all your cups that you're trying to fill. But see, it's in reverse. Because when you try and fuck with a good brujas, Creator comes and empties your cup. And then guess what happens? You're stuck. Why are you stuck? Because you don't have enough connection to divinity to turn around and face what you created for yourself. And you see how that works? You see how that works? You create your own karma. I don't even need to punish you. I did laugh at your expense because it's funny. Bitch assness amuses me sometimes. Right now is one of those times. Hope you like all those reports. And I hope my people also report you. Why? Because your demonic energy needs to be removed and cleansed. But I'm not going to do it. Unless you book a session. Unless you book a session. I don't think you're going to be booking a session anytime soon because you're not going to piggyback off of the trust that I've earned. Try fucking earning people's trust instead of being a chicken head. No box here. Okay? Not here. Do it on a different live stream. Not here. So these people, they're not clients. They're my people. And just like if you try and fuck with one of my kids, Honey Badger ain't got shit on me. Now, I'm not going to tell any of y'all, my people, don't book a session with them. That's up to you. I absolutely honor your sovereignty. But hell to the fucking no. If people think they're going to come on my live stream acting like we're chummy and making my people think they can trust you because you're somehow associated with me. You're not worthy of that association. You're not worthy of that association. You're not even worthy to be my student. I'm just saying. I'll only teach people with integrity. Yeah. Maybe you should try like an online Reiki class. It's compatible with your demon whore energy. 10 of Cups. That's me talking shit. Don't act like you didn't know I wasn't capable. I'm just saying. I'm a whole person. I can have whatever reaction I have to whatever my life presents me. And yes, just as I have the right to choose to react or respond in whatever way I choose, you absolutely have the right to receive what you witness me behave as in whatever way you choose. Okay? You have the right and the capacity to be offended by me and be upset with me for my naughty behavior, because that was naughty, but also entertaining. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It was entertaining. I'm just saying. Anywho, 10 of Cups. Happiness, good things, part of your celebration. See that? You see that? It's a celebration. This is our energy. Everything these people have done to try and be hurtful and harmful, they've tipped their cups and their abundance has emptied into our cup. Is it because we took it? No. It's because they acted like broke bitches. They acted like drunk bitches at the clubs, spilling their drinks everywhere. Honey, if you're messy with your alcohol, stay home. Stay home. And that's just that. That's just that. Okay? Let people be as messy as they want to be, as messy as they choose to be. But at no point do you cover your cup to block what's being allotted to you instead of the person who doesn't deserve it. Because it's not you deciding who deserves what. It's not. It is not you deciding who deserves what or hoping that things are withheld from the proper person to receive whatever that thing is. It is all about you just staying in your lane, minding your own business. And if God, if God wants to take their cup and be like, baby boo, you need a little bit more drink. I'll be like, oh, sure, sure. You know, maybe we're thirsty. It's all good. It is all good. I'm not going to allow my energy to commingle with someone else. As long as their crusty ass lips have not touched that cup, you can pour from their cup into mine. That's okay. That's okay. The moment their crusty ass lips have touched the cup, no. We're going to have to pour from the bottle, not their cup. I'm good. Just let them spill it all. Let them spill it all. There are communicable diseases. Part of my history and my present, I am a germaphobe like no other. I'm saying, I am a germaphobe like no other. No commingulation of energies or any of that. I'm good off all of that. I'm good. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, money coming in, divine wish being granted. See, stopped up. It got stopped up. It's in reverse. Nothing's coming right now. So long as you're upside down in your perception of yourself and what you deserve, so long as you don't give yourself permission to have an authentic response, you're going to be stopped up. Aside from trying to be politically correct to impress people who don't give a shit about how I was just disrespected, there is no reason for me to be cordial about that type of shit. I'm just saying, you matter too. And if someone creates a truth that's stank and you got to let them know about the stank, you got to let them know about the stank. It's not going to correct the situation or bring awareness to the situation. If you're like, oh, it smells like week old roses. What is that, potpourri? No, no, no. Mm-mm. No. They know their behaviors. Whoever you are dealing with, if you are like me, and my guess is you're very much like me, that's why we be vibing. You've kept your mouth shut for so long that you are reaching a point that you just can't do it anymore. And it's about to be verbal vomit. All of the truth just vomiting out, not able to stop it. That's what happens when we keep our mouth shut for too long. When we let people get away with too much. That's what happens. That is what happens. I'm not willing to experience that anymore. Now I'm at a point in my journey where I will speak up when I feel inclined, where I can still say what I need to say, but not take it so seriously and not be so pissed off and not take it so personal. Or I can do a correction and still be able to laugh about it as soon as I'm done correcting. People don't know how to behave around you until you show them how. Obviously, that doesn't apply to everyone. All of y'all know how to behave around me. Y'all knew how to be respectful. But some people apparently were raised not even in a barn. Motherfuckers were left out in the pasture. I'm just saying, girl. Girl, you need to be hosed off. You all muddy up in there. Oh, no. Let me stop. I'm just saying. A lot of your blockages begin with the refusal to allow yourself to speak your truth. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong about that. That's where it begins. Now, you don't have to say something every single time, but when you consistently fail to speak your truth, that's how you get all blocked up. And then you wonder why you're spiritually constipated. I'm just saying. Research has shown, and I might be making this up, I'm not sure. Research has shown that when you are consistently constipated, consistently dehydrated, what ends up happening? You develop cellulite. Do you want spiritual cottage cheese? I'm just saying. Do you want that? Is that your goal? No? Then speak up. Allow yourself to speak your truth when you feel the need to. Again, not every single time. And not only after you're about to lose control. No. Speak your truth when you need to. Not waiting, no. Speak it when you need to. When it comes out of your mouth, it just comes out of your mouth. And yes, you have to take ownership for it. Hopefully, you didn't communicate in a way that's too offensive. I'm just saying, take care of yourself in that way. Don't develop blockages by trying to salvage the feelings of people who have no feelings. There are some people who are like that. They don't have feelings like a normal person. Because everything you do, no matter how softly you whisper it, it's offensive. If it's not supporting their pathology, their unfair, unrealistic, unbalanced perceptions of what they're entitled to, I mean, really, stand in the fucking corner. Shit. Stand in the corner. not to punish you, but to give all of us a break because we're all sick of your shit. I'm just saying. Those people need to stand in the corner. If they don't want to stand in the corner, take out the wooden spoon. Use a wooden spoon in the hand. In the hand. In the hand. Just have them. They're always holding out their hands. Just make sure it's a wooden spoon. I heard that it hurts more when you wet the spoon. No, I didn't hear that. I don't know. Would that work? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what happens if you wet a wooden spoon. I'm just joking about that. Don't do that. Don't hit people. Page of Wands. Travel over land. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Poker face. Poker face. Look at that. That's such a poker face. Look at that. Mm-hmm. All right. So stagnation. That's how I feel. Let's look it up. Page of Wands. All right. Indecision, reluctance, instability, or gossip, bearer of bad tidings. A person who may break your heart. Displeasure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to redirect the reading. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to redirect the reading because I'm just done with twin flame shit. I am. I'm done. So let's look. Poker face, poker face. Okay, here goes. High Priestess. Wisdom, sound judgment, serenity, objectivity, intuition, self-reliance, emotionlessness, platonic relationships. I like that. Platonic relationships. Oh, hey. It's a twin flame reading. Platonic twins. Mm-hmm. Exactly what that tells me. Platonic twins. It's making me hot. It's making me hot. All right. Queen of Wands in reverse. I've never liked her face. I don't know why. That facial expression is just it reeks of like Kathy Griffin. Is that her name? Kathy Griffin about to tell like a not funny joke. I don't know. Maybe she's better in person, like if you watch her show or something. I don't know. Queen of Wands in reverse. Jealousy. Oh. Jealousy, deceit, infidelity, unstable emotions, fickleness, and resistance. This is some twin shit, I swear to God. So for y'all, your twin is probably in a relationship with someone. They're unhappy. It's a really fucked up situation. And I don't know that you're going to save them. When you lack the capacity to make proper life choices for yourself, I don't know that anyone can save you from you. Mm-hmm. I said I was a sword, right? Oh, 2 of Swords. Oh, shit. I think I'm being called out because it's like she has 2 swords and she's blindfolded. I was kind of like, who you cutting? Who you cutting? I don't know. All I hear is whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Okay. Peace and harmony. Needing to take the blindfold off. Keep reassessing the situation at hand. Why do you need to keep reassessing the same thing? Are you expecting something different? That's like when someone checks the fridge because they're bored. They're not exactly hungry, but they want to eat something, but they don't know what. So they go to the fridge and they look in the fridge and then they close the fridge door and then they go somewhere else. About 10, 15 minutes later, they're back at the fridge door. Do you have house elves or something? Do you have gnomes that you are friendly with? Do you think the gnomes have suddenly harvested from your garden, your veggie patch, and have hand delivered it to your fridge in the 15 minutes you've been gone? This is going to be the same shit in the fridge. It's going to be the same stuff in the fridge. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the same. I do that too, girl. I do that too. She goes, oh, I feel judged. I do that too. I don't know why I do that. I do that too. And I'm like taking inventory of what's in the fridge. I know damn hell I'm not going to eat any of that in the fridge. I'm just looking at it just in case the house elves stopped at Natural Grocer or like Whole Foods or something and picked me up some good stuff. I'm just saying. I don't know what's going to change in there. Yeah, it's out of boredom. It's like we're so bored, yet we don't want to put the effort into actually doing the action that will present us the change we're seeking. So yesterday, my husband wasn't home. He was out doing something, and I found myself wanting to go to the fridge. Bitch, you know what the fuck's in the fridge because you checked it 3 times in the last hour. So you know what I did? I put a motherfucking bra on. I changed out of my jammies because I was going to be a big girl yesterday. I was like, I'm a big girl today. I changed out of my jammies and I drove my ass to the store. And all the things that I wanted to see in the fridge and the pantry, whenever I opened, that's what I bought. I didn't buy what I needed. I bought what I wanted. And then I went home and I put it all away and I didn't eat it. But you cannot fault me. You might say that's crazy, but you cannot fault me for not doing what I needed to see the change that I wanted to see. Someone will eat that food eventually. Someone will eat that eventually. It was all cookies and stuff. Okay? So I got all the things that I wanted to see. When I open that fridge, when I open that cupboard, all of the things that I want to see is there. And then I can close it again. Would you rather I lied? I didn't eat 10 of it. Oh, I did have a couple with almond horns. It tastes like almond flavored cardboard. And I was like, well, it's real good at making me not eat the whole thing. It's okay. This is how I function. There's no shame in it. The Hermit, loneliness unattached, soul searching, time needed or time alone. It looks like someone let go of whatever the bullshit was, right? They finally did what they needed to do and they let go, and now they're feeling alone and unattached. They might be feeling like they're floundering. It's a lot of deep breathing. Okay. Chariot in reverse. Failure. Sudden collapse of plans. Unrealistic plans. This tells me this motherfucker. They came out with a little too much venom. I don't think I can recalibrate. I will use different words. This mofo thought they could. They thought they could return back to a very toxic circumstance only to realize, no, it's still toxic. It's still toxic. And now they're like, fuck, shit, damn, I can't stay there. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Fuck all this bullshit. It's stupid bullshit. fuck all of this shit. It's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. Fuck this mess. What the? Sorry. Had a moment of truth. I will watch my language. Sorry. I'm sorry for the way I am. I cannot help myself. I cannot help it. 5 of Cups. Mm-hmm. Money losses. All is not lost. If you look behind, you may have something to salvage. You didn't learn your fucking lesson. That's the problem. The bitch done kicked over your cups, and you're like, well, I have 2 more cups. Maybe I can share that with her. I don't. It's giving me anxiety. It's giving me anxiety. I don't have logic like that. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You know, earlier I had to go to the bank. We were trying to open an account for business stuff, right? And as the person who was helping us needed to call their corporate office because they don't know the whole like logistics of a 508c1a. And so I guess like the branch manager was talking to us, and she starts off with, how do we make it work? I'm sorry, what? How do like banking? How do we make banking work? Well, we just don't spend more than what we have. I kind of looked at my husband like, what is she talking about? And her question was, how do we make our schedules work? If we travel nonstop, how do we make it so that his schedule lines up with my schedule and we're able to travel together? I'm like, what? We work together. And she goes, oh, wow. And she was surprised because I guess in her experience, most couples don't want to work together because they need their time apart, right? They need a break. They need time apart, so they can't work together. And she asked me for my opinion, and I told her, so, this is just my opinion for myself. Basically, it's not about anyone else, but this is my opinion, my perception for myself in my life. I would never marry someone that I need a break from. I can need a break from the world. I can need a break from work. I can need a break from relatives. I can need a break from a lot of things. But the person I choose to walk beside me for my life, I should never need a break from. That should not be someone who I need regular time away from. Okay, so maybe here and there we will have conflict. We will disagree. And yes, just to not say things that are unnecessarily hurtful. We just both need to keep quiet and kind of just conversation is done, right? And we talk about it later when we're not being hurtful to each other, right? With our words. But to be like, I can't work with you because I need at least 9 hours a day away from you. You're fucking at work most of the day. Are you kidding me? Why are you married? And then my husband starts talking about, yeah, I never understood. We have a joint account. We always have. And he's like, I don't understand that. What is this whole thing about? Like, this is my money. You have your money. I have my money. I was like, honey, not everyone is like us. Not everyone is like us. It's not to shame people who are in those situations, who have that type of dynamic. If it works for you, beautiful. It works for you. Like I said, for me personally, for my life, no, those are deal breakers. If I can't trust you with finances, I can't trust you with my life. Fuck that shit. I'm out. I'm out. If I can't stand you for 3/4 of the day, I don't need to be around you. I really don't. I don't need to be around you. You don't need to be with me. That's not love. That's ownership. I don't need to own anything. When you continue to try and hold on to something, is that ownership or is that love? I've said this before. If he ever wants to walk away, yes, I will be devastated. But also, yes, I'll be like, you know what? I want you to be happy. I was hoping for forever. It's okay though. It's okay. You probably need to give me a few months. I might want to claw your face. Promise. Once I process this and come to terms with it, we go right back to being best friends. We'll go right back to being best friends. I just need to process my disappointment in an expectation that was not fulfilled because maybe that expectation was not aligned with the reality of what we are doing. Then that's okay. That's okay. I will probably cry for a while. That's okay. That's me processing. It's okay. But no, I will not walk away from you as long as you want to work this out. As long as we have this common ground of love, real, genuine love. No. I will not walk away from you. If you want to try, we'll try. I'm willing. We'll try. But only if you want to as well. It's not going to be this thing of like, I'm forcing you, I'm manipulating you, I'm dangling our children over your head. Like, no. My husband is very much aware there will never be another father unless our children, on their own terms, of their own accord, bond with another man and see that man as their father figure. They will not be taught to call any other man dad. You have one father. You have one mother. Some of us are blessed to have multiple parents that love us. Beautiful. But I will not weaponize our children. No. No. Mm-mm. No. Those cups, the sense that I got where they were kicked in order for this person to feel as if they have no other options. They have to drink from what you are giving them because you spilled everything else. Fuck that shit. That is manipulation. That is bullshit. If you want to settle for that, that's your choice. King of Swords, cold, abrasive, demands respect. That's the person you're dealing with. For people who are resonating with this, that's the person you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. Force, superiority, highly analytic person. They're weighing their options. They're weighing the different angles that can be utilized to exploit any sensitivities that you have to manipulate you. But if that's what you like, that's what you like. Go on then. Have more of what you want. So I don't necessarily tell my kids when to stop eating junk food. They've learned since infancy, self-regulation. So we can have a ton of candy, and like for several of my kids, I'll let them have the candy or I'll make the candy and they'll have it. And then I'll offer them more later and they'll be like, yeah, I'm sugared out already. I shouldn't have any more. It's going to make me not feel good. Okay. Absolutely big, huge on respecting people's ability to self-regulate or the decision to not learn self-regulation. That's a choice. After you reach a certain age, that's a motherfucking choice. That's not your parents. That's you. That's you. And it's not about blame, it's about accountability. What's the difference between blame and accountability? Ownership. Blame is you're trying to pass it off on someone else, pass it off, pass it off, pass it off. You don't want to take ownership over that. Accountability is, you know what? This is what I did. This is the result of a decision that I made. Okay, I'm not going to make that decision again. I didn't like the result. I'll choose a different option next time. You see how powerful that is? Shift your perception from functioning in a place of blame to thriving in a space of accountability. Accountability has nothing to do with blaming yourself. It has everything to do with recognizing causation and effect. I chose this cause that led to this effect. Was it pleasurable? Was it desirable? No, I should not choose this causation again. A more simple example. Okay, the stove was hot. I touched the stove. That was the causation I picked. I burned my hand. The result is a burned hand and the pain of that. I'm not touching the stove again. Right? Right. Do you have to be burned before you understand? Do you have to be burned by yourself and your life before you listen to the lessons you have learned over and over and over again? You learn these lessons, but do you absorb what you've learned? Learning not applied is wisdom denied. When you do not integrate what you have learned from your life experiences, you deny your capacity to have wisdom applied into your day-to-day life. Wisdom is learning in action, knowledge in action, knowledge applied. You might be learning the lessons, but if you're not applying what you've learned, are you really acquiring wisdom? And if that's the case, why are you wondering if it keeps repeating? That's like you keep not paying attention on that baggage carousel, and your luggage keeps going around and round in the circle. I mean, if you're not going to get your luggage off that carousel, it's going to keep going round and round in the circle. It's just going to keep going round and round in a circle. And you can't really blame anyone else. You can't. I remember one time I was traveling by myself, and this person was talking to me, and my luggage went all the way around, right? Oh, damn it. I missed my opportunity. I wasn't even answering the person. I was just like, what are you talking to? Clearly, they were talking to me, but the airport was super packed with people. There's no way I was going to walk around to the other side. The second time it passed, I'm like, sir, sir. I pretended I was deaf. I can't hear you. And then finally I had the excuse to ignore him because that shit was not going to go back around a third time. No. And if what I'm trying to communicate to you is not getting through, let me put my hand up like this. No. It's okay for you to create barriers. When people have so heavily overstepped their boundaries, you need to put them back in their place. Okay? Maybe not physically, unless it's absolutely necessary. People learn when you teach them about you. They learn. And if they don't learn, then they're turned off by the fact that you're not an easy target, which then tells me you still did learn. You still learned. Okay, carrying right along. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That made me sweat. Judgment, improvement, forgiveness, a change of perspective, absolution, and rebirth. So someone is going through a process of changing, right? Alterations in their perception, leading to a rebirth of consciousness, an expansion of awareness, and elevation, all of these different things. So I guess that's a good thing. Maybe this was a final cycle. I feel like such a schmuck for saying that. It's like I feel like I'm making up excuses. Like, oh, maybe it's the last time. Maybe they just need to experience it one more time. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know that that's my business to know. I just, it's giving me indigestion. Seriously. All right, King of Cups. Devotion, loyalty, faithfulness, wisdom, generosity. We take this with a pound of salt. So, speaking of sal, okay. I don't know. I guess if once they go through this and they really finish the process that they're in, that take this with a pound of salt. I'm so serious. Okay? Be careful about applying this to yourself. For some, once they finish whatever this intense learning cycle is, and they're recalibrated, and you guys are now perfectly aligned, they might become devoted, loyal, faithful, and wise, very generous with their love and their time for you. Believe it when you see it. I'm just saying, believe it when you see it. I won't withhold the message, but I want to protect you. Don't fall in love with someone because of their potential. Grow in love with them because of the reality of who they are. It's not enough to fall in love. Anyone can trip and fall. What you deserve is to grow in love. To take all of these components and create a clubhouse for the two of you to enjoy company in, and allow that growth to become something where that little clubhouse becomes a real house with walls infused with love. I didn't fall in love with my husband. I grew in love with him. All these years, we have continued to grow together like two trees planted too close together, now incapable of being separated, for our roots are intertwined. And knowing all the components of us that end up falling off of us, branches, twigs, whatever it is, that will serve as the material for us to construct a mansion made of love. I'm not playing for the long haul. What am I trying to say? That I'm not playing at all. This is not a game. The way I feel about this man is not a game. We don't play games with each other. We don't. That's why we're still together. We don't play games. We don't play mind games. We don't play emotional games. We don't play any kind of games. I'm not playing for keeps. I'm not playing for the long haul. This is not a game. I am investing in our growth together. Find someone who is not emotionally bankrupt. Fuck the money. People change careers all the time. Find someone who is not emotionally bankrupt and observe their intentions with you. Yeah, it's not enough to not be emotionally bankrupt. I'm going to need a good long while of silently observing what your intentions are with me. If I don't see what I need to see, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, then you, my dear, have no chance with me. Not as a friend, and definitely not as a lover. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. In fact, I'm sure no. No, never. Eight of Swords. Oh my God, how sad. Look at you. You almost got poked. You almost got poked. Okay. All right. Eight of Swords, and it was in reverse. Freedom, new perspectives, taking a stand, strength, healing. So they're taking a stand. They're wanting to heal. They finally are reaching a place within themselves, within their relationship, within their life, where they're recognizing they can't fix other people. You can't fix something that's not a problem. Your character is your character, not your problem. You're going to ask someone to be someone else? Because when you pick someone and you want the potential, but that's not where they are, and instead of accepting that that's not where they are, you're like, well, I can make them grow. I can teach them. I can this and I can that and blah 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 blah. That's no longer the person that you've met. You're creating a character based on factors that are mere potentials. You're creating this caricature. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the fair or the wharf or some amusement park and have gotten a caricature done. I did one time when I was in Las Vegas, and you don't get to see what they're drawing until they're done, right? They have this huge easel and you're sitting in front of them and you're kind of like, oh my God, what is it going to look like? What's it going to look like? And I must have been, I think I was like 16, maybe 17. I think I was like 17. Just giving me fucking hives. Me and my cousin, who's like my sister, we went and had our caricature done. When I saw this, I was like, who the fuck is that? Motherfucker, I don't got horse teeth. And my cousin's over here laughing. I'm like, bitch, look what he did to your forehead. That's just not funny. I'm gonna call my cousin. Hold on. Let me see if she's available. I'm gonna call my cousin. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I think she's still at work. She's still at work. Yeah. Like, that shit is not a joke. It is not something you can just make up. Okay? Oh no, Midnight Hawk, they didn't give her a 5 head. You know, she's entered in my phone as 5 finger fever. we both got big foreheads, but hers is like rotund. She's still pretty though. I'm just saying, bitches don't hate. She's pretty as fuck. I'm just saying. Let me just Hi, cousin. I'm sorry I disrupted your work. I'm live streaming right now, and I recalled. Remember that time? I think we were like teenagers, and you and I, we were exploring Vegas together. And we went and got a caricature done, and like we were super excited. Like we thought we were going to be drawn all hella cute and stuff. And this motherfucker turned around the fucking portrait, and I had horse teeth, and you had like a Klingon forehead. And I was like, "What the fuck is that? Who is that?" I wanted to, make sure that I was recalling that accurately because I'm kind of upset. I'm actually heated. I can't believe that fucker drew us like that. We're cute as fuck, cousin. I'm just saying, we are cute as fuck. Don't ever let anyone judge you for your forehead because you're still pretty. She's at work. And she's like, "You okay?" She's gonna hear that. I'm sure she can feel my energy. She's like, "Oh shit. Why the fuck is she calling me?" I'm sure that's what she's feeling like. Oh, I feel it in my chest. Damn. I promised my mom I'd take care of this crazy girl. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm working through it. But that's how they drew us. That's totally how they drew us. And it's like, are you making a caricature of someone? Exaggerating these qualities that aren't even actually there. They're not actually there. They're not actually there. I know for fucking sure I don't have a horse grill. I know that. Okay. I will be transparent. When I was a teen, I was very gummy. I had a lot of gum space. I don't have it so much anymore because I didn't realize that over the past few years, whenever I would get stressed out, I would begin mewing. And what is mewing? Where you put full pressure on the roof of your mouth and it kind of pushes out this part of your face. So I have a little bit more projection. And it caused, I don't know, I think like I'm just not as gummy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I had a lot of gums before, which is not a bad thing. I'm still cute. I'm just saying. But when I smile, it's like it's all gums, which is not a bad thing because you could tell that I was really, really happy. So, what am I trying to say? If you have insecurities about the size of your gums, the ratio between gum and teeth, just start mewing. I didn't even know I was mewing until I randomly came across a video that was talking about mewing, and I was like, "What is that? Like Pokemon? Like Mewtwo, Pokemon?" And then I realized, oh, that's what I've been doing, and it made such a difference that I remember I was talking to someone that I knew in high school, and it was this thing of I hadn't spoken to him, I don't know, like 10 years or something like that. And then we kind of reconnected. We were chatting a little bit, and he was like updating me on his family and all of this stuff and that. And then one day he was like, "Hey, I got to ask you a question, but I don't want you to be offended." And I was like, "Sure. What do you want to ask?" He's like, "Did you have facial surgery?" Who the fuck are you talking to? He's like, "You just look so different from high school." Whatever made you think that I could afford facial surgery? What? It's the mewing thing. I'm just saying, I mean, big gums is not a problem for me. Um, I, I don't know. This is really fucked up. I just suddenly started, I started hearing a song in my head, and the song, it goes like this. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark, because I don't have pointy teeth. But do you see when like a great white shark is ready to? That's how my gums work. That's how my gums were. They were very prominent. I digress. I was still cute as fuck. Don't. This is not about a lack of confidence. I was still cute as fuck. Don't worry about it. But you change. You change over time depending on how you process stress and whatnot. Because, like I said, I didn't realize what mewing was. And with all the stress that I was experiencing, that was a tick that I suddenly developed because I came across information years ago about how when you put the tip of your tongue all the way to the back of the roof of your mouth, that closes a circuit that closes an energetic circuit and something about your tantien. And I was like, maybe if I connect my tantien, I will be able to turn off my abilities because I didn't like it. And then I got too lazy because I would gag when I try and do that. And so what ended up happening was I just pressed my entire tongue onto the entire length of the roof of my mouth, which is mewing. So now I just do that all the time. So, okay. Now that I have confessed shit that I didn't need to confess, let's carry on. Let's definitely just carry on. I did the baby shark song. I did. I'm very sorry. I'm not trying to shame anyone with lots of gums. I was you once upon a time, and I didn't see anything wrong with it. But people would tease me quite a bit. And I'd be like, bitch, I'll take your boyfriend. Calm the fuck down. I'll take your boyfriend just to show you he likes my cup. I was rotten. I never actually took anyone's boyfriend, but I would say shit like that just to piss people off because, bitch, why are you fucking commenting on my gums? What the fuck's wrong with you? You know, it was like tit for tat. Don't worry. Strength, courage, conviction, control, determination, and patience. That's pretty. That's pretty. Yeah. The strength card is about willpower and determination. Focus, persistence, and the ability to confidently stare any challenge in the face and overcome it. Ooh. Ooh, someone is trying to develop the courage to look you in the eyes. That's uncomfortable. I'm not even joking. That's a total power play. I don't normally make eye contact with people. It's very uncomfortable for me. I have like varying degrees of Asperger's Asperger type tendencies. And so I don't like looking people in the eyes unless I have to. But if I find you looking me in the eyes and you don't avert your gaze when I look at you, becomes a challenge. I don't know. Someone's trying to develop the courage. My nose is itchy inside. Someone is trying to develop the courage to look you in the eyes. And what though? Like have a conversation with you? What is that? You can't look someone in the eyes via text message. So then what is that? Like, are they trying to catch you in person? I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, no. Ooh. That's making me sweaty and my scalp itchy. That's just, no. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me just. I'm just saying there is nothing like a tatted up tropical man. I'm just saying. I'm saying. I am saying. That's my stizzle. Okay. So the world card. Completion, recognition, fulfillment, triumph, and celebration. The world is a happily ever after ending following a difficult journey. So they're going to be successful in whatever it is they're You're going to be successful in whatever it is they're trying. If they're trying to connect with you, they probably will be able to. King of Wands. Honesty, passion, leadership, charm, and flexibility. And I do. I mean, right? He's like the perfect shade of like brown, like the darker brown. I'm just saying. So we went to the bank. And the guy that was helping us, I go, oh my God, I hope he just watched this. He doesn't know what I do for work. Anyways, so we go to the bank and the guy that was helping us, he had a short sleeve on. And clearly he had just gotten like a forearm tat, which was nice. It was very nicely done, very clean lines. And it was like such a big deal for him, right? Such a big deal. And he's talking to my husband about tattoos. Back and forth, back and forth. And I'm kind of just like, I fucking stop with the conversation and do the work I'm here to do. I don't have all day, but I didn't say that. But I was thinking that and I was feeling that. And that was my truth. And so finally, I got tired of the back and forth banter. And I totally just told the guy, he's tatted all over. His whole body is covered, like everywhere. And I felt like a total dick for saying that. And then like the way my husband was saying it, he's like, yeah, she did this tattoo and did that tattoo on me. And I wasn't saying anything because like I said, I wasn't there to socialize. I was just like, listen, I just want you to open this account for me. I didn't say that, but I was feeling that. And then so he goes and asks me, because mind you, it was cold. We're both completely covered up. Like literally, my husband is fucking tattooed everywhere. And he asked me how many tattoos I have. And I was like, oh, wait, no, I don't do that stuff. I was just like, and then he's like, oh, are you a tattoo artist? No. Oh, wait, he said that he kept saying when you tattooed him. And I was like, I'm not a tattoo artist. He bought a tattoo kit and then he told me I was going to tattoo the shit out of him. And so I did. Everywhere. We're probably going to do tattoos today. I'm just saying. So the King of Wands is a symbol of strength. The legend of the Phoenix spans many cultures, but in all of them, the firebird represents nobility, rebirth, strength, and loyalty. So I'm assuming this person is being baptized through their flames, right? Through their own sacred fire, through the inferno of what they created for themselves. Because they've been gaslit for so long, that gaslighting finally became a whole fucking inferno. So they're coming to you with honesty, passion, leadership, charm, and flexibility. The whole flexibility part, I'm wondering if they were not as flexible before, like they had this full concept, like a preconceived idea of how everything was going to play out. And like it had to go the way they were thinking, and then it didn't. And that's why things kind of faltered. But now it's like there's flexibility. Maybe it has to do with them not having a solid idea of how this will play out and being okay with the uncertainty. Just wanting to kind of take a chance, right? To take a chance on the possibility of a connection with you. Yeah. I don't know. But I feel like they're heading towards you. Why do I feel that? Because the Chariot card. A journey, perseverance, rush decisions, vengeance, and victory. If they rush towards you, whoever their ex or soon to be ex, that's going to be a lot of vengeance. That person's going to be pissed. But no one gives a shit. No one cares, baby boo. You're so used to getting your way and thinking that you have to matter to everyone. And I'm sorry that I'm not sorry that you don't matter to me. Zero jealousy, zero competition. You know what I mean? If this is the situation that you're in, that's the approach that you have to take if there is an ex that is vengeful. Don't fall into that trap of playing that game of, trying to outdo each other. And like, no, that's petty, basic peasant bitch shit. No, play that on your own. I'm busy being fabulously myself. There's no competition. I can never be you. You can never be me. So what are we doing? There's no competition. None. And that's how it should be. And maybe for some, what you have to remind yourself, if you're going to pursue this, for some of you, one simple sentence: you are his past, and I am his present and future. Know your place and stay there. And that's it. That's it. You are his past, I am his present and his future. Know your place and stay there. What else is there to say? If he's made a choice and you've chosen to partake in that choice, then that's that. That's that. Like, it does not matter who is interested in my husband. The only thing that matters is who he is choosing to be interested in. You want to pay attention to other things? You go right ahead. I'm not playing that game. I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to be, like, oh my God, I need to go above and beyond to make sure you choose me. Like, no, I'm not an option. I'm the entire fucking buffet. That's how many personalities I have. I'm the entire fucking buffet. Okay? Okay. So don't waste your time on any of that. This feels like this is someone this feels like this is someone who would be hell-bent on trying to force you, coerce you into a continued back and forth. Right? Do you want that? Is that all that you are? Because that's not what I am. Like I said, I'm the whole mother effing buffet. You will never be hungry around me. You will never be hungry around me. Okay? Excuse me. All right. Death. Metamorphosis, evolution, loss, transition, and change. Death is a huge upheaval, potentially representing the death of one way of life and the start of a new one. Life changes irrevocably, and there is no way to go back. Change is necessary. Death of childhood is important in order to grow up. And I'm wondering if this is a childhood-based trauma bond. Ooh, shit. You guys know about trauma bonds? Maybe we should talk about that in a podcast sometime. Trauma bonds, The thing about a trauma bond, eventually one member of that trauma pair will be interested in self-healing and moving beyond simply existing in a state of trauma. The other one will not want to. And they will continue to drag that person ready for healing all the way back down. They do not want to be alone in their misery, nor do they want to heal beyond that space of misery. And so they keep you trapped in these cycles of miserable existence. I hope one day soon you see and embrace the worth that I see in you without even knowing you. I'm able to see, know, feel, believe, and embrace. You deserve so much. You deserve peace. You deserve a life full of peace, a life where you feel supported, a life where your partner behaves like a partner, not a frenemy or foe. A life where what you see is what you get, and what you see is something so ridiculously beautiful. You don't need a break from it. You don't need a vacation. You don't need to run away from your life. I mean, I don't take vacations ever. I don't need a break from my life. It's not because I'm rich, because I'm not. I just love my life. It's not perfect in the Hollywood sense, but it's perfect for me. It has components of everything that I want and need. Everything. And I would love, just love, to see you living a life that you are in love with, filled with people who love you. It's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing. It's something that creates a space where you can heal in your own time and measure, with no shame, no guilt, no rushing, no nothing. Just healing, pure self-healing. A trauma bond won't allow you to be free to heal. They need you in a toxic space. They need you in this place of misery, destabilized, unsure, because they need you. And when I say they need you, what I really mean is they believe they own you. I believe you are so precious that no one could ever possibly own you. They can simply be gifted with the honor of you being by their side. And that's how I see everyone. That's how I see everyone. No one can own you. They can simply gift you with their presence or not. And you can simply do that for them too. It's a beautiful thing to live in a space of sovereignty, because that whole ownership goes away. And when that ownership goes away, the fear of loss goes right along with it. And now I'm not afraid of losing my husband. And it's not because I don't love him. I love him more today than I did yesterday. And I'll love him more tomorrow than I did today. That is the reality of our bond. It will always be that way. For me, because that's what I choose. For him, he's free to decide. He is free to decide. And people who don't understand the gravity of a goddess in flesh, fully in her power, will be like, I mean, you can't just settle. Who said I was settling? That's a conscious decision I'm making. A decision that's made after my understanding of the gravity of what I have. A connection with a divine masculine, worthy of that type of love and devotion. I'm not compromising myself. I'm undressing. I'm removing the clothes that allow me to be a fake version of myself. I am naked in my truth, and I've never felt more powerful. I have no shame in saying, not admitting, but sharing, right? Because when you say admitting, it carries with it some type of hint of like, well, it's a taboo thing, but I'll admit it because I'm pressured. No, I'm telling you because I want to share. And what do I want to share? that I have no shame in submitting to my husband. Anyone else? Good fucking luck with that shit. You want me to submit? You want me to bow down to you? Yeah, the only time I'll bow down to you is if I'm preparing to punch you in your ball sack. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to fucking bow down to you. Make me. Make me. I want to fucking see you try. It's not going to happen. But when you find a love so profound, he wouldn't even have to ask me. I simply would. Not because he asked me, but because he deserves to know there's no war here. Do you know why people bow? Why is it a respectful thing? It's a show of vulnerability that I trust you and your responsible use of power towards me, that I would put myself in a place of submission, a place of vulnerability, and you will not harm me. Not because you're not capable, but because I see you and you see me. And that is enough. That is all we ever needed. Find that. Build that with someone. Fuck all the games. All this passive aggressive shit. Like, fuck all of that shit. For real. Just, I'm good. You want to play games? You find a child to play with. Because I don't play games. Here goes the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune, an unexpected windfall, karma, destiny, and cycles. Ooh. Mm-hmm. These acts may seem random, but all fates are part of an interconnected web of repercussions, the echoes of decisions made from years long gone. When you take all of those echoes and you merge them into one, it becomes an actual voice. And when you allow yourself to truly hear what it is that your history is telling you, it's not actually telling you something, it's singing to you. It's singing the song of your heart, a song that you've refused to hear because of fear of the outcome. So instead of addressing what needs to be addressed and facing what needs to be faced, you went and ran, you hid, you decided to select the option that you felt would be the most convenient, the safest. But here's the thing, this is what you didn't factor in. If you've lived a life that's been unworthy of you and your greatness this entire time, what feels safe is what's comfortable. And what's comfortable is a life and a partner not worthy of you. You didn't factor that in. You didn't factor that in. I don't feel you should be punished for it. So why are you punishing yourself? Why are you continuing to choose to cling to what you know because that's all you know? How will you ever learn anything new? You know, sometimes because we homeschool, since we travel so much, we homeschool. And, you know, there will be times where my children will have an assignment, a lesson that is beyond what they currently know. And sometimes they'll get frustrated. They'll get upset or, you know, whatever emotion it is because they don't know it and it doesn't come easily. And I tell them, we're not doing this work because you know it. We're doing this work because it's something you don't know. And the only way to turn it into something you know is by allowing yourself to go through the process of learning it. And if it was easy for you, then that means you already knew. And there's no point in doing it. So what are we doing right now? We're learning. And you're struggling not because you're not intelligent, but because you are so intelligent that you are not accustomed to things being difficult to learn. And maybe that's what it is. Where you are struggling because of the fact that you are ashamed that for the first time you're being challenged in your process of growth. There's nothing wrong with a challenge. Sometimes that challenge is the very thing that sets you free. I look back at my history with my husband. He has had no shortage of women being attracted to him. He a fine ass man, I'm saying, beefcake. I like it. um, so he's had no shortage. He doesn't have any shortage of people being absolutely just taken aback by his charisma, by his aesthetics. He a fine ass man, I'm saying. I was just thinking of him and I forgot what I was going to say. Maybe that's all I needed to say. I was going to make a point, but he is a fine ass man. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Oh my God. I got distracted. My bad. I thought about his forearms. Oh, shit. Oopsies. Anywho, let me find the card. Okay. Oh, here it is. He is a fine ass man. What? I cannot help it. I cannot help it. Okay. Card number 1, the Magician. Originality, self-confidence, skill, a breakthrough, resourcefulness. This is what whoever this person is sees in you. You are very original. They've never met another person like you. They are so enamored by you. You're quirky in a sexy way. Sexy in a very sensual manner, but nothing is ever forced or contrived. This is just the essence that you exude. It's like a tropical flower. Just sorry. Oh my God. I don't know. Let me stop. Now I'm all embarrassed. Okay, here it is. 9 of Cups in reverse. Ooh, greed, devastation, pessimism, addiction, self-loathing. I think that's what they're dealing with. Either within themselves or the person they're trying to get away from. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. I hate greed, you know? That just sucks. I don't like that at all. I remember, like, it was within the first, I don't know, maybe month that I was dating my husband. Or maybe it was a couple months already. I was over at his house. He was still living with his parents, and I went to go visit. And he had a bag of Funyuns, I believe it was. And he ate half the bag, like a full-size bag of Funyuns. He ate half the bag, and he rolls it up. He puts it on the couch beside us. We're like watching a movie or something. And I'm like, oh, can I have some? And I went to reach for it, and he kind of like blocked my hand, like, no, it's mine. That was the face, like, But you stopped eating. And I forget what he said. But whatever he was saying, I'm like, fuck that shit. And I grabbed the bag of chips. I grabbed the bag of chips and I ate the whole damn thing. I only wanted like 2 of them. Funyuns. They're like chips that are in the shape of an onion ring. Yeah. And it was chips and he didn't want to share it. So I grabbed the whole fucking bag and I ate it in front of him. While I looked him in the eyes. Anything else you don't want to share? I'll fucking eat that too. Because I come from a fairly large family. And you don't get to do that shit. You don't. You don't. Now, no one's going to take food out of your hands. But when you set it down and there's some left, that's free game for everybody. There's no, that's my bag. No, you put it down. That's a family bag now. So I ate it. I ate the whole damn thing. And he was just like, because he's never had anyone challenge him in that way. I don't give a fuck. You didn't give a fuck that I might be hungry. I'm going to eat the whole fucking bag. Now I got something to prove. I didn't even want the whole bag. I just wanted the taste of it. Right? It's the law of the jungle. It's the law of the jungle. That's what you get for getting a wild woman. I'm just saying. What did you expect? Docile nature? I'm a food thug. Oh, shit. Okay, I gotta go. Shit's just coming out my mouth now. I gotta go. I was gonna pull 3 more cards. I think you guys have heard enough from me today. So I already basically cussed someone out. I nearly cried. I spoke some truth. I've spilled the beans on my husband being one fine ass man. I think that's good enough for today. What do you think? I think that's good enough. I'm just saying, don't fuck around because you'll find out. Okay? So he kind of had, like, he reverted for a second several weeks back. We went to the coffee shop and I don't fucking know what the letters mean that they put on the top of the cups. How would I know that? I don't pay attention to what you ordered. I don't pay attention to what I ordered. And so he set his cup down. I set my cup down in a completely different place in the house. And we were needing to pack. And I got caught up with plants and I drank something out of a cup. I was like, that's kind of different. But I chugged it because I didn't want it to be wasted. And then, like, I don't know, hour and a half later, he comes back in the house and he's like, where's my coffee? I quietly walked to the kitchen and found my latte beside my plants. At which point I drank all of that too because I didn't want to waste it. And then he asked again and I was like, I think I drank it. I think I drank it. And he's like, where was your coffee? It was by the plants. He goes, so you drink your coffee and my coffee. I didn't want to waste mine. He's like, why did you drink yours? Why did you drink mine? Because I didn't fucking know it was yours. You think I would drink your coffee on purpose? I was like, no wonder it tasted weird. I didn't know that shit was not intentional, but I was like, is there something wrong with you sharing your coffee with me? And I had a flashback. And I felt for a moment like, well, then you deserve me drinking your whole coffee. And it was milk. I felt sick. And, because he already knew where I was going to go with that question. And then he was like, that was real milk. And I was like, I know, I don't feel good. He goes, that's what you get. You fucking savage. It was a mistake. I didn't drink your shit on purpose. I drank them both. I chugged them both. He's not going to drink a matcha latte, please. Please. He likes caramel. He likes the drinks that smell like my sweat. I really got to go. With that coming out my mouth, we're done. Give this video a thumbs up if you're not grossed out by my behavior. Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Please go to soulworksynergistics.com/projects. That has all the biznatch that you need. All my projects, all the, I don't know, all the information you need. I already said too much. He's going to come in this room soon and be like, what the fuck are you saying? I don't know. I have ADHD and sometimes we overshare. Act like you fucking know this shit. I don't know how to edit the videos either, so it's just going to have to stay. It's just going to have to stay. Maybe one of you can write a comment of disclaimer, don't watch past a certain point. I'll pin that if you feel that that's necessary. But I mean, oh, there it is. This. Thank you, Lindsay. soulworksynergistics.com/projects. If you'd like to learn more about Dear Emmy, Morphogenetic Workshop, Emmy Services, the Academy, the Raffle, or the Soul Sanctuary, please use the link above. Take care. I love y'all. I love you.